I don't wanna go to work. I just wanna chill and play all day. Look 'em dead in the face and say, I wish I could just be still asleep while you work.
Welcome to the Jobs Blow podcast with Briana and Josh.
The podcast for dreamers with day jobs.
We're so glad to be back at the Comic Strip Live for yet another episode of our awesome podcast. Look, it's the booth. We got video this time. Check it out.
Yeah, we're fancy.
Fancy.
Yes, and remember, Josh,
Yes.
while this podcast was born out of our frustrations of working a day job, we're hoping to provide some inspiration in our audience's pursuit of their dream jobs as we pursue ours.
Awesome. Hi, Briana.
Hi, Josh.
How are you?
I'm good, but not as good as you.
I'm super excited, but also like
You
really
almost
nervous. She's like right there. Can you see her?
Oh my God,
Oh my
Josh!
God.
Like you wouldn't go.
I'm like
you
normally-
wouldn't go 5 seconds right now.
Oh, I'd go 3 times in 5 seconds.
already
You see,
said-
you're the dirty one, not even me. You prompted, I finished. No,
Josh,
we've had celebrities on the show before, but like this is like some like I don't know.
Well, I mean,
it's like
Malik,
a weird feeling.
Malik was hot. I mean, I definitely was feeling
Yeah,
Malik.
and I think because I knew those guys a little bit, so I was a little calmer.
Well, you wouldn't have been turned on by them.
No, I mean he's got a great physique. You know,
does.
he's
Learning
Malik
a lot
Yoba
about
is
you in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Is that a short joke? No, anyway, no, but like it's just something different. It's like like
Okay,
internet
why don't
celebrity.
you introduce her?
Okay, well first we'll introduce her. We have a super cool special guest today in the booth. Instagram mega million follower over here. She's an adult film star. She's a painter. She's a merchandiser. She has her own clothing line that she sells. Oh my god.
She's a show on Amazon.
Show on Amazon.
You're a good hype man.
I am, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Dani Daniels over here. Hey. AKA Dani Daniels on Instagram. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm
Let's
good.
ask Briana though. How was your week? Was it good?
My week. No, I told you.
What?
So I
What?
interviewed for a job.
Oh, right.
I did a writing test. They called all my references and then let me know that because they lost business, they couldn't afford to hire me. So I'm literally being laid off before I get jobs now.
Sorry.
Like,
I saw it like on the last episode because you were writing. Was that for this?
no. I was writing for fatherly.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm still doing freelance writing and things. This would have been for a full-time job, but I'm
then-
just like I literally just have to make jokes at this point because
This is what I don't get. They keep saying the economy's so great, but like all these people, like you can't get a job.
I know
people
so many people without
applying,
jobs.
They can't get a job and they have experience. It's not like they're like people that don't have any experience. Me too, So I'm sorry about that, but it is kind of funny.
it
that you
is
got
fun.
laid
Like
off
you just
before it
have to.
happened.
And she was very nice, and
Right.
we're gonna reconnect.
I think the
things
frustrating
change all
thing
the
for you
time.
is that it had been going on for like a month, right? And you were
Yeah.
like, oh, this is probably going to happen. And
Yeah.
The back
And
and
then-
forth was a month.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the norm, and it's summertime. Like I get all that.
Right,
like
but still.
it's just it was like a gut punch. I was just like, oh, really? Okay, but anyway, it's fine.
Right.
Like I
You'll get
just at
another
this
one.
point things are just supposed to work out the way they work out. So hey. Anyway, Josh, what's your story? I think
I had a fucked up story too this week. So you go on these like auditions, whatever, and
Yeah. My auditions are a little bit better.
yeah, you have to hear about your audition because I'm pretty sure my auditions are not going to be the same as your. Although I offer all the time, like, can I take this shirt off? And they're like, no, please don't.
What
actually,
do I need to do?
Yeah. And I walked in. I had a great audition. In fact, usually it's like walk in, 1 line, 2 lines, see you later. And they were like, can you do it this way? Can you do it that way? And I was like, fine, right? 3 minutes. I'm in. I'm out of there. And I get put on hold, right, for this like TV show, big show that shoots in New York, and you're on hold, and then you don't hear anything, and then they email you, and they're like, all right, you're still on hold, and then like you're like, okay, I'll hold that day, and then they email you again, like you're still on hold, right? And then it's like the day before, and then like if you don't book it, they just like they don't, your agent has to like follow up, and like they don't tell you. So I made like a funny post that was basically like, hey, I'm on hold for this big TV show. I mean, it shot yesterday, but like I'm still super excited for it.
And his poor mom fell for it.
Well,
She's
she
like,
did.
"Oh, good luck, Josh."
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Fingers crossed. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
Mom, it was a joke.
It's a joke.
So
It's a
it was a
joke.
little frustrating, but that happens. I want to put a resume together of all the shows that I've been on hold for.
You should.
It's an impressive resume.
And you could just be like, honestly, I'm still waiting. So I
Anything
could
can
still
happen.
get 'em.
And they always go, oh, casting love you. They're going to call you back in. I'm like, okay, well, all right. We'll wait.
I've
I'll
heard
wait.
that before.
Anyway.
Enough
so
about us.
That's our week there. So we have Dani on the show. What's the title of the episode today?
Dani Does it all.
It all. Because you do. And that's what's super impressive, actually. And to be totally honest, when this all came to pass, when we realized we were going to have you on the show, we didn't even realize all the other things that you do, which is so cool. So we're super excited to have you.
You are a brand.
I'm a little bit of a workaholic. Just
I
a
love
little.
that, though. You know what? You'll retire at our age.
Don't tell her our age.
All right, Dani. So, have you ever met with HR at any point in your life?
Oh, no.
Not, and I don't mean in a film where you go in to meet with
I was
HR
gonna
and
say,
then
I
the
was like,
Xerox guy
well,
comes in. or
Okay, because
anything.
that's happened. Definitely.
I think I saw that
I've
one.
met
Very
with
good.
HR.
Yeah.
But the closest I've been to meeting with HR was I got fired from a bartending job for fucking my boss, and the owners of the bar had nanny cams.
Was that before you started the film?
Yes,
career?
this
Oh my
was
God,
before
that was some
porn.
foreshadowing, wasn't
I
it?
gotta say,
yeah.
it's
And
like-
I wonder if they saved that tape because that's like gold.
Somewhere.
Holy shit!
It's amazing because that's
So I
exactly,
guess that's kind of HR.
that's my first
Wow.
story with HR too. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are your humor resource professionals, and our first question is, what is our first question?
Well, our first question is interesting because it's usually like, is whatever you're doing now your dream job? But you're doing like four
So
different
many
things.
different things.
So,
All of my dream jobs?
yeah, like pontificate on that a little bit.
Oh, pontificate.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to look smart. I'm eating M&M's. This episode is brought to you by M&M's. Stay chubby. Stay chubby.
Don't be giving them free advertising.
Let me have snacks.
You want some?
No, I'm good.
This is your water.
Oh, thank you, thank
Enjoy.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our budget. No
Yeah.
water.
Okay, so talk to us. You are like, is it an evolving dream that just keeps?
Yeah, I
more-
mean, I went to school for art, and I always wanted to be an artist. And then I wanted
College school? Or
college
okay,
school.
okay.
Yeah. Not like a movie, like an act. I went to school, like actual school, paid student loans.
Cool.
And then I started doing adult because I wanted to explore my bisexuality. And I said, yeah, I mean, I'd get naked on camera. And so I guess they're both kind of my dream job in a sense. And I focused on the adult for almost 10 years, and I still sort of am. But I also, I would say later, would love to go back into art. More
Like
full time.
More full time.
Yeah.
Do you
when
think-
it gets to that point, I'm having so much fun now doing the adult, but I mean, like when I'm 60,
Which is
I'm
art.
like, and no one wants to see me naked, then art.
Actually, there's
But
some
it
pretty
is
hot
art, right?
60-plus videos out there. Not that I watch them. What?
Again, I'm learning a lot
History.
about you today.
Clear history.
Wait, no. What is your current job title? That
Yeah,
is
what
our
do you?
first-
Yeah, well, that is.
Ooh.
What do you call? What is your title?
I don't know. I don't.
Can we coin it? Is it like sextrapreneur?
I like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't get whatever you want to call me.
Painterpreneur? Painterpreneur?
Artist, porn star, workaholic, adult film star.
I think you've said workaholic twice now, so
Yeah.
maybe that's how you
I like
view
staying
yourself.
busy.
Yeah.
I like dipping my hands in different projects and being creative.
Interesting.
great.
We kind of talked about this before we got on air here, but does the phrase porn star or adult film, is one preferable? Is one offensive? Is one anything?
I think everyone in the industry has their own boundaries. It's kind of one of the cool things about the industry is that you can set those boundaries. For me personally, I don't care what you call me because guaranteed I've been called worse on film. So
I feel that.
I am
feel
not.
that.
I don't get easily offended.
Right.
So yeah, call me. I mean, either or.
And you refer to yourself, you said adult, so you refer to both.
I say
porn
adult
star.
because usually when you say porn, people are like, "Oh my, porn." Well, I never. So
right.
I stick.
Yeah,
adult's
it's
more
like the-
family-friendly
Right.
term in public.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
I mean-
it's like the dirty like little brother. Like
Yeah, yeah.
adult is more like the grown up, mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but
no.
then again, like, Pornhub and all the porn awards, it's all, like it's all in there. The word is in there. It's
Yeah.
just part of the
Yeah.
lexicon now. So
I feel like porn is one of those words. Like if I'm having a conversation at a table and there's a table in earshot, if I say adult, no one notices. If I
Right.
say porn, everyone's like,
Perfect.
"What?"
Right.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
say?
What do your parents prefer to call you?
Do they not know?
I think my mom says porn star.
She does.
Yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
No, I'm an only child.
Okay. So she says porn star.
Yeah. I
And
think.
and they are cool with it.
My mom, I mean, yeah, my family was concerned at first. I think because they thought that it was going to be like the 80s and everyone wears robes and does cocaine on each other's backs and bangs everyone. But when she realized that it was an actual job and that I wasn't getting involved in anything that wasn't safe, I wouldn't say she's like for it, but I think she's supportive.
Right.
I was prepared for you to say, "Well, I come from a religious family," because I feel like that is always
That's
the
always the
story.
answer.
That
I
happens
come
so
from a Mormon
much.
family, and
Did you see The Deuce? Do you watch that show on HBO? Okay, I got killed off on that show.
Yeah.
But in that movie, in that show, they really like go through like the backbones of like producing the films, and
Yeah.
I was
I gotta
wondering.
watch it and see if it's real, because
See if it's
usually
real.
when I see something like that, that's not how that
well, and I
happens.
think the industry has evolved, and I think women are more power players than they were.
Oh.
in the South. I think that
massively.
I think
Massively.
I think it's also come around. So like when you first were watching it or when it was coming up, everyone's like, "Oh, this is real. This is happening in real time." And then everyone learns that like, okay, this is produced and like this could go on, but
Some
like
people think it's real.
no, I don't mean real like I mean like it's one take. Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. Oh,
and
I
it's
get
like
what
stop,
you're saying.
start,
Yeah, they're
and then-
real.
Yeah.
And then
No, some
it's-
people think the pizza guy is actually the pizza guy. Let's be clear.
wait, he's not.
Is he ever really? Does the pizza guy ever come in and then he's like, "Nah, come over here for a second"? Like, is that ever happened? No.
Okay,
No.
wait.
But my question
I'm not
is
even
this.
that ballsy in real life. Like, I could never. I'd be so
That's
scared.
acting, baby.
But my question is this: like, let's say for like one video that's let's just say it ends up being like a 20-minute cut, right? Like, how long does it take to produce that kind
Well,
of?
it depends. I mean, if I'm on set for a company, it could take, a few hours to 12 hours.
Really?
If I'm in my bedroom, like doing it for my own website, it takes 20 minutes because I know what I'm doing and I know
that's
what I
funny.
want.
Right,
And,
right.
I don't have to communicate because I'm filming it myself.
Right. So the setting changes.
Yeah, it depends. All the companies
production.
are different, and all the producers are different. Just depends on like what they want. If they want, just a gonzo crazy scene, or if they want it to be more,
Are they
pretty
ever,
porn.
like-
We call it pretty porn.
What does that mean? Pretty point.
like a scene where there's cuts and there's it fades out and it's the perfect butthole
massage.
framed in focus. And you're just, and
Oh,
there's,
that's
like-
too much for you now? Maybe you should come over and do the pre-screening that I did. Okay, I did my research
Oh
before
my
this.
God.
I bet you did.
Oh,
Mom.
of course you
Hi,
did.
Mom.
Okay, wait. We have one more question in that lineup, and that is, tell us about a job that blew. And I know this is a
all
minefield.
of-
It
This
finally
is,
makes sense
Yes.
on
All
the
of
show.
yes, we have finally peaked. This is our moment.
I will tell you actually my one blowjob scene. I've only done one blowjob scene.
Okay.
For another company. I do them for my website, DaniDaniels.com.
Wait, you've
if
only
anyone's
done
interested.
one?
Just kidding.
Don't you do? I mean, sorry to ask, but aren't they
So-
part of other scenes?
Well, yeah. But like sometimes you'll get booked for a scene that's just a blowjob
Oh, okay.
scene, and
Got
I'm
it.
like, absolutely not. I will not shoot those because I am selfish, and I'm either getting my pussy in or getting banged.
I don't
like,
reciprocate.
No,
We discussed this.
Brianna's an
just
anti.
blowjobs
don't
are for my partner, and that's it. So
I don't reciprocate. I do something called praying, which is pray. Please, is this gonna happen? Please.
Wait, so when you do, and this, oh wait.
Wait, finish the
tell us-
story.
yeah,
So
okay.
what happened? So one time.
I had a good friend of mine was a producer, and he needed one more scene for this blowjob movie, and he was like, "Will you please do it? I'll pay your rate." But I'm like, "No, like I hate blowjob scenes. I'm not doing it." He was like, "I will come to your house, and you don't have to go anywhere. All you have to do is get out of bed, put on makeup, and come downstairs. You can blow your boyfriend." I'm like, okay. So I woke up, I took a shower, I went downstairs. My boyfriend was there with him, and I blew him, and that was the easiest, best scene ever.
Oh
That was
my
my one
God.
blowjob scene.
And was your boyfriend an actor?
He was in the industry.
Okay,
Oh, he was
I
in
was
the
like,
yeah.
because
Could you imagine that
Oh
guy?
no, it wasn't like.
That guy's like, I didn't even shave
Hey,
today.
babe,
I don't know
you
how
have
to,
to call into work today because I need you to step in. No, he was
So
in the
that
industry.
actually didn't blow then, right?
So what's a
No,
what's
but it
a
was
shit
like,
story?
but like
yeah.
a shit story.
Not a shit. Oh my god, use the wrong word.
She only deals with pretty assholes. Did you not hear that?
I can't. Everything I say is
Just
gonna get
like
me in
a
trouble.
horrible job that I've
yeah.
had.
Or moment at a job that sucked.
Oh, I worked at a pizza place. That was kind of horrible because I always smelt like pizza sauce. I didn't really have. I've never really had a normal job.
Right.
Okay, so
After
here, let's
college,
ask a
I became a stripper, and then I started doing porn, and then that
in
was
California. Is that where you're from? California. So you were doing that, and then that got you met people in the industry and said, oh, this could be something I could do?
No, I was actually stripping in Nebraska, and I heard, I've told the story so many times, I heard somebody talking on stage, and I was like, about a girl porn star, and I was like, you can just bang women?
Right.
I'm in. I like having my rent paid and having free vagina that's clean and tested.
Who doesn't say
So
that?
I
Yeah.
moved back to California, and I started doing porn.
Wait, you moved to Nebraska to do stripping?
It was really good money.
Really? Wow. Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Have you seen
I'm
girls from Nebraska?
I'm from Ohio,
And-
and I've seen some of those gals.
Yeah,
and
no, there was this
holy-
cool-
Listen,
Oh,
Briana,
oh,
you're one of
my.
like 5 girls in Ohio that got out looking like good looking. So
Oh,
good for
okay.
you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. That was a compliment.
Thank
That's
you.
What you do.
That's what you do.
So
Compliment your co-host.
Okay, so now
She
we're
keeps
on
working with you.
Yeah, so we're on the evolution now. We've gone
We are.
from
Wait, can I just ask one question then, just to clarify, like a job that blew, even though the blowjob one actually was a cool job? Is there a
mean,
quick
there's bad
moment or
days.
story? Yeah, like give us what's a bad day on set? Like what's a bad?
Like, do you ever
something-
just not want to have sex?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever just like go there and like, damn it, I mean, because
Yeah.
as a woman,
Yes,
I like
honestly, like, people don't realize a lot of these companies, I mean, I love them to death, but the call time is 6 a.m. Who wants to get up at 4, drive to set, get there at 6, sit in hair and makeup for 2 hours, and then fuck? Because it's not me.
Yeah, that made morning sex sound way
No,
worse.
Yeah.
You got to
So-
look good before.
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
we do
it's,
it?
it's like not like a comfortable environment. I mean, people are watching, you're up early, you're sleep deprived, you have a ton of makeup on. You're like, okay. So there's good days and bad days.
And then I have to ask another question. Sorry, in that vein. So you know how there was a great episode of Friends where Jennifer Aniston, I think, was trying to date a OBGYN. And he made a comment to her about, like, you look at him all day, like, I'm really not interested. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So given that you're married, is it hard to, like, that's your job? And then, like...
No, actually, like, it worked out great because I fucked so many people.
I love that you
that
were
I
just-
know exactly what I want. Like, I knew, like, I was like, I want to be with someone that's A, B, C, and D. If I'm with a guy, I want this. If I end up with a girl, I want this. I knew, I was like, so when I met my husband and I banged him for the first time, I was like, it's the perfect dick.
Oh my
This is it.
all the
Vic is
bells.
blushing. Vic is blushing.
He's actually here in the studio right now.
He's blushing.
Literally.
And when you're a bald man, that blush goes way back.
literally his.
He comes with me. He's my best friend. He comes with me everywhere I
Right.
go. I make him
And that's
go.
how you met, right? You were best friends with him.
Yeah, we
first
were best
and then-
friends. We finally banged, and I was like, it's the dick. Okay, that's it.
And you were
That's it.
friends.
It's not
And,
gonna-
and when you
did it-
discovered
did
the
it-
dick on your friend, like that's
That's it.
gold,
Did it
baby.
actually
Yeah.
have bells and whistles on
It
the
did.
dick? And
It
it
did.
whistled
Yep.
when he. All right, yeah.
changed, like, just
Oh my God. Okay, so you left Nebraska, went back to California to investigate girl on girl. Wow, I am just feeling very porn sassy.
We're gonna take a break now, so Briana can have a moment.
Oh, remind me, I want to talk to you. My friend last night was telling me how she went to a sex club in Brooklyn, and it was crazy, the story. I'll
clubs
tell
Have you ever done that?
what?
Sex club?
I've never been participated, but I've been to them. Yes.
Have you ever seen any of these shows? I've talked about this on the podcast once, but the show like in New York, or I'm sure they're in LA too. It's like called The Box. It's like,
Oh yeah,
this
yeah.
really
Stoya,
risque-
I think, performs at it.
I saw once. I didn't really know what I was walking
Yeah,
into.
yeah.
And
I've never been. I want to go.
In retrospect, you're like, okay, it's just like, as crazy as anything you might see on the internet or anything. But like, I just wasn't expecting that,
Yeah,
and
in your face.
and like
Yeah.
live. And I was like, what the fuck? But it was cool. It was a cool experience. And Brianna's looking at me like, what happened?
Wow.
What was it? I want to know.
Okay, all right. So take us back to your journey. You're
Yes,
back in
Nebraska.
California.
Oh, we're in
California.
Nebraska. Okay.
No, you went back to California
Oh, I went to
for the-
California. I've always identified myself as bisexual, but I didn't know like how to hit on women. I had no game, and also like
High five.
when you're
High
having
five right here, right there.
when you're having safe sex, with a guy, you're like, oh well, I wear a condom. Well, what do you do with a girl? I didn't fucking know. So I'm like, dental dam, like, where do you buy that? What is that? Like, no, this is just a disaster. So porn was my way. We all get tested. It's very safe. We could
Right.
all be involved. And I could, just show up and get really pretty pussy.
Right. So you
I'm
wait,
more-
but you had you experimented with women like before all of this? Like You knew you were bisexual. You just had an attraction.
No, I had an attraction, but I didn't really explore anything.
High school, nothing. College. Where'd you go to college?
Not
If you
really.
want to share. Or?
I went to the Art Institutes.
Okay.
Thanks, the Art Institutes,
Yeah.
for racking up my college school loan debt.
Well,
And we'll talk about at Care Elise.
so now that they've come out with different terms, pansexual, and where do you feel like you fall now? Because I mean, to me, bisexuality just seemed to sum it all up.
Yeah.
But now they've gotten all these other fluid.
I'm just sexual. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm actually monogamous with my husband, and I don't know. I don't even know what half, like, I hate to say this because I should know, but I don't even know what half of them are, and I always have to ask, like, isn't pan non-sexual?
No.
No.
No, that's all the sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
it's
I get
like all the
confused.
sex.
And I think-
I'm just sexual.
Why can't you? If it's pan bi, if you're bi, you're
But
pan.
no, but
See,
I
that's
think
why I get
I think
confused.
pan includes transsexuals. Like I feel like it's like
Oh, like
broadening. yes.
all
of-
people.
Okay.
All
Yes.
people.
You're
that
just
you could-
sexual. Just be sexual.
Sexual,
Yes.
I'm
yeah.
sexual.
Yes.
I
Not
don't
that
know.
we're saying anything's wrong with
No,
the terminology.
I'm not. I
but-
just don't know it, so I don't use it. I'm
Right,
not going to
right.
pretend to know something I don't.
No.
So
Right.
I'm not going to be
Can
like,
I-
I'm this. No, I'm just sexual. I
'Cause
like banging. If
Is it
people
a-
like each other, they should bang.
Can we be best friends? Like just because we share values.
So, Danny,
Wait, I want to ask one question because I do want to get us into the kind of progression of how you blew up on Instagram and some of these other avenues. Sorry, but I do want to know. You said before, like, look, nothing offends you or this and that, but are there assumptions that people make about you or the industry that
you should just
feel-
go through my DMs on Instagram.
I would love to.
all you need
I
to
would
know.
love to. Like, do you feel like you have to, like, look, I obviously have no connection. I can't compare what I've done to, you've done. It's amazing. But, when I had one or two videos that had like a little viral activity, there's a lot of haters that come out, right? And my view of it at the time was to be like, thanks so much for like checking out the video as opposed to answering them.
Yeah.
But like, do you feel the need to like set things straight or clarify things here and there?
The only time I ever care about what people want to say is like in a hater situation is
Right.
if I have a lot of people that are using my image for a Ghana scam and for scamming people. I'm like a perfect person to use because there's nude photos of me on the internet and I look like the girl next door, and so a lot of people steal my photos and videos, pose to be me, either with my real name or with a fake name, like I'm Briana and I live in Nebraska and I
Right.
need $300 in iTunes cards to
How do
save
you
my
mo-
mom. And I'm like, so that's the only time I chime in because for me
Yeah.
personally and a lot of performers, it's a big problem.
wait, do you think that would work? Because I
It
could
works.
use $300 at night. I'm just asking. I mean, like,
But is that how do you monitor? It's almost like you got to have a full-time person just monitoring that.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
does Vic do that?
Vic?
Do you do that? I mean,
Yeah.
I would imagine. I mean, I just see the hateful things that men
I get a
come out
lot.
with when you see these women post like this woman was trying to sell a phone or something and this guy turned it into like, why won't you let me meet you alone? So I know
I get a lot of hate mail.
well, and I imagine
Hate ma- wait,
Wait, hold on, because
Sorry.
you put yourself out there.
Yeah.
They feel entitled.
I
Like
think-
there's nothing is off. It's just whatever they want to say to you.
But that's the internet.
Yes.
But
But
as
I'm
a
saying
whole-
it must be worse for you because they feel like they have that freedom.
Yeah.
Like they know you.
But that's the job I signed up for.
Yes.
I signed,
But it
I
do-
get
but
naked
it's-
on the internet and
but it's-
people are going to be either hateful of it because they can't do it, someone jerks off to me and then feels sad or maybe they're religious and they feel guilty and want to take it
that's
out on me.
interesting.
I get stuff like that all the
They
time.
come at you with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you can't live your life based on other people's
No.
opinions. So
So
I don't
you
care.
don't-
If you
so-
want to be hateful,
On
okay.
a percentage basis.
That's you.
Percentage basis. What's the percentage of time that you are dealing with this bullshit?
I don't really. I mean, I used to kind of pay attention, but I'd probably say about 60% of my comments are either negative or inappropriately sexual in the sense of like, how much for one night, BB? Come Dubai. And you're like, what the fuck?
well, but the other thing too is that you can go down a dark hole. Like
Yeah.
you really have to like.
Yeah.
I even just going on Twitter, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I have to get out of here. Like
Yeah.
it is ugly and
It's
awful.
almost. I rarely read my comments. I'll skim them and look for stuff if like the Ghana scam stuff. But
What
you
is that?
can't.
A Ghana scam? What is it?
It's
Explain
like the Ghana scam. Like, I'm trapped in Ghana, and I'm a
Ghana.
nursing student, and I
Ghana.
need
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Got it.
But I try not to read it so negative. Why would anyone care what someone that doesn't like you thinks?
Right. Yeah.
And then
So-
if they're doing it and that you can want to spend your free time being hateful, that's on you.
You know what? Actually, is a good moment to like kind of circle back around. But like, there's an app that that you use that like kind of protects you from some of this. I mean, that kind of like
What is this app?
isn't there some like wasn't there like a something that got you involved with the Instagram but also protected you?
Not from the comments?
Well, just in general, like as a performer.
It's more
on the internet.
monetary. I think it helps.
No, I mean, like, I use Fan Centro and Model Centro.
What's it called? Fan
Centro.
Okay.
Fan Centro is actually an awesome fan platform.
Okay.
I get what you're saying with the screening because it's only for my fans. They sign up, they get shows every day, they can chat with me, they can see pictures that they can't see anywhere else. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It does screen. That stuff I read all of because
Okay.
it's all my fans. They're all supportive. It's
And you
all
can
good
kick
thing.
people off of there if they're
Yeah.
being.
Yeah. I get
I
what you're
like
saying.
that.
Because I was like,
That's-
there's an app that'll screen out shitty Instagram comments.
Maybe
What is this?
that's your next business. Look at that. We just came up with something.
Oh my god.
Right?
Right?
Vic's on
Automatic-
it.
Or just sign up for my Fan Centro. There you go.
I don't know. I
And I'll
just
pay
keep
attention
looking.
to you.
I just keep looking at Vic, and he makes me feel like he protects you, and that just
Yes.
makes me so happy.
Doesn't he look like a scary supervillain?
He looks like a sweetheart, but also he'll kill you. If you
right?
look at him the
No,
wrong
he looks
way.
like a teddy bear killer.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like I would want to
think it's
hug
hot.
him, and I think he would protect us. So
So do fans come like do you like gain fans from Instagram and then they come on to Fan Central and become like specific kind of followers or
Yeah. So we like all my social media platforms. People come from there because I'll post. My Fan Central is the only place that you can get content you can't see anywhere else of me. Where you can chat, you can message me, you can see my feed, which is like it's like a scroll of photos that you won't see anywhere else. All the
Right.
behind the scenes stuff of me, I put there. And my fans pay a certain amount of money a month, and then they get to sign up and see all of that. And
Is
it's
that-
nowhere else. It's only in that platform.
is that like Patreon? Is that kind of the same thing or is it different?
But way better because
Way
there's
better.
boobs.
There's oh wait, so
there's boobs here too.
there's
there's
a lot of boobs here. I keep going from a B cup to an A cup. I got to stop with the carbs.
Oh, you wish.
Oh, sorry. What do we got over here? I don't
No,
even
I'm just
know.
saying we don't have an.
Listen, me and Danny gonna share bras over here. You got to do your own
I
thing,
don't wear
okay?
bras.
Oh, good talk.
Yeah,
All
Bra burner.
when I was your age, I didn't either.
I'm
Danny.
gonna. You know what? When they hang, I'm gonna droop them up. I don't give a fuck.
I used to say the same thing.
I should be wearing something for support here. No, nothing. Okay.
Okay,
All I
we
can think
really-
of is Seinfeld. With the
With
The
brand's
man's ear.
So, wait,
The bro.
Is the Fan Central only for adult film stars, or could I have a?
you
Fan
could do
Central?
it. Do
I
it
could
up. Yeah.
So like,
You could put your comedy on there that no one else could see unless they sign up.
what about like? Okay, all right, let's be honest, okay? Because like, as like an adult film star, or like certainly a female in a lot of ways, like a lot of these women, they can like put a picture of the boobs or the cleavage or whatever, and they have big breasts, and then all of a sudden, like boom, like 450,000 followers, right? So it's like a natural gift or a natural thing you have that you can showcase that people follow. For me, it would
You
have to
could
be
show
like
your
like belly
chest.
like belly pics or
Yeah,
something.
somebody's
or like
into
my
it.
toes. Somebody's got to be into
I
it,
think
right?
your
Into it.
hairiness. There are people into
I'm
hairy.
super hairy.
There
Yeah.
are people into
Yeah.
hairy.
You
Like-
could just like lay on a bearskin rug in like a
Like George
G-string
Like
and
Costanza.
tell jokes, and that would be your Fan Centro.
And people
page.
would pay to do
Yeah,
that. And
Hairy.
Somebody's
It could be
into
hairy
it.
humor. You could be hairy
Like,
humor.
I'm not-
I think people don't realize that there's like a fetish for everyone.
everything. Like I say all the time, I got great elbows and great calves.
There you
know?
go.
If I could like
You could do
somehow
calf
showcase that.
shows.
Yeah, I used to have guys chase me down the street and compliment my toes.
Your
They're
toes?
currently covered right now, but yes.
Like,
All right.
I,
All right,
I-
please follow my Fan Centro. It's belly pics
Josh,
at Fan
Josh's
Centro.
belly and my toes.
yes,
It's not
yes.
going away. No matter how much weight I ever lose, I'm always gonna have a little.
All right,
like,
we turn
belly
this
here.
back into the Josh show.
Sorry.
Let's get back to
Sorry.
let's get back to Danny's career evolution. So you went back to California for the Girl on Girl, and move us through there.
I banged a bunch of women for many years, and it was awesome. And then I met enough guys on set. I'm weird with guys. Like, girls, if you're hot, I'll bang you. It's cool. But guys, I would have to be like, you're not annoying and not a douchebag. Okay. I
Can we
will put
clarify-
your penis in
That's
my mouth.
funny. That's funny.
I have like, yes.
You had to like pre-screen them in a way. Like
Yeah,
you're not
so
a
I-
dick.
yeah.
Then I'll play with your dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really
Both
like.
heads have to be cool.
How did you know when you got? Wait, and I'm going to ask a personal question. Like when you got down, how did you know what to do down there?
I didn't know what was going on
Okay,
down there.
'cause I
mean, for women or men?
Women.
For women, I just did what I liked, and then turns out other girls liked it, and I was like, well,
Interesting. Okay.
Interesting. When you keep saying like I'll bang, like does one have to be receiving or giving to be doing the banging, or is it like
ooh, for women? Are we still
yeah,
talking
for
about
women.
just
Still
women?
women.
There's usually like somebody that's dominant and submissive. Sometimes you play with the role. Like sometimes you'll switch off. Yeah. I mean, the nice thing about women is that usually we like foreplay and we like being, no one wants to be like, oh, I'm gonna eat your pussy really, really fast. It's like we like
Guys,
to be
don't do that.
kissed
Guy
and
listeners.
teased and touched. So it's great if you're a woman that like me that didn't know what I was doing because you could go slow. With men, it's like put my penis in your mouth right now.
My husband
20
is
seconds
never going to
into the
listen to
video.
this show. Do you know I was once in a taxi cab confession? Remember that show?
Yeah.
And I was
A
in
real
there.
one?
Yes. And
Did it light up?
I started. Well, no, she didn't drop me off. She skipped my street, and she was asking me all these questions. And when she pulled up finally in front of my apartment, I was like, "Wait, is this a taxi cab?" And she's like, "Yes, but I didn't get enough. Can we drive around?" So I started doing my stand-up because I met Josh because I used to do stand-up, and I was talking about my vibrator at the time, the Rabbit. I don't know if you remember.
That was my first vibrator.
Love that thing.
That was the shit.
Yes, it was. And I got home and I ran up the stairs to my now husband, but boyfriend at the time, and I'm like, I might have just made $500. And he was like, if that airs, we are done. And I'm like, because I talked about a vibrator? So, yeah, this show is definitely not.
Let me ask
for
you a
him.
question.
no.
The guys being dicks with the dicks and the dicks, right? So are they ever like, are the directors ever like, be more aggressive or like, do that
Yeah,
more?
yeah,
like,
sometimes. I mean,
as opposed to the actor being like, oh, I'm going to do this to you, and you have to be like, hey, back up or something.
that's a good question. Usually, I mean, performers kind of get a reputation, like everyone has like a fuck style,
Right.
usually. So you kind of know when you hire someone like what they're going to fuck like. And when you hire two people, you're like, oh, they're probably going to be like this together. But sometimes if the scene's going slow, they're like, okay, we want this, or move her around the room, or go fuck her on the
Adjustable.
table, or
Right.
whatever. But
They
it
should
depends.
have it on
You know, I
Tinder,
mentioned-
your fuck style.
I mentioned
Ooh, right?
that you
Like-
were coming on this show, and my friend was
Vic likes that.
my friend was like, oh, the girl who makes that sound.
The fucking
So-
bush sound. That
No, not that sound. Like
Oh.
that you have a groaning
A
sound,
moan.
a moaning
Oh.
sound that is unique.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
I don't know.
Vic seems to know. He's
I
nodding.
do.
Yeah, you do.
I hold my breath when I come.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a sound when I'm like finally able to breathe.
Maybe. I saw
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
nodding, so I
one.
think
I
that's
saw
it.
one of yours, and it was definitely I saw what he was talking about. But I don't know if that happens all the time. Like, is that
Probably.
good for
Okay,
you?
we really need to career
outta here.
evolution
That'd be
here.
a good ringtone.
So after the girl on girl, you moved to also hetero.
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been doing since you were 21?
I actually haven't shot for a company in 3 years.
Oh, okay.
I only shoot for myself for my Fan Central and Model Central.
So when you shoot for yourself, because you had mentioned that you do blowjobs on your site,
Mm-hmm.
who are these gentlemen?
I'm not gonna say,
Okay.
That's
All right.
interesting.
but if you go check it out, I think you can figure it out.
Do you pay them? So you hire these guys and you pay them?
Sure.
Oh.
I don't know. Now
Hi,
I'm
Vic.
very
I got it.
intrigued.
Hi, Vic.
I might work with Vic. I don't want to know Vic that way.
I'm not gonna say it's Vic, but he is okay with the situation.
Okay, good,
Okay.
good.
So
Well,
if you
good.
go sign up at DannyDaniels.com, you can go see for yourself and try to figure it out. It's like a Clue murder mystery with
Listen,
my mouth.
I love games like that, so I'm super excited. Super excited.
Josh definitely.
Can we do this? You know what? We'll shut up for a second. Take us through your basically like some of we read in your bio some of these other number. Just mention some of the numbers too that you have, the followers, the it's really impressive stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just trying to promote. It's beyond.
Thank you. This is actually my.
Well, you're a
11th
mega influencer.
Yeah.
You're
Thanks,
huge.
guys. This is my 10th or 11th Instagram. I keep getting deleted. This
Why they
because
delete
they
you?
don't like my bobs. But I have 2.8 million on Instagram. I have a lot on Snapchat. It's hard to tell with Snapchat because it's like view count, and then it always fluctuates.
Right.
But I would say over 100,000 on Snapchat. How many on Twitter? 500,000.
What is that? What is that? like
600,000 on Twitter.
Can you give us a little insight into
I don't-
the mental state, what that number, like, how it affects you?
It
and,
never
like,
affected me until my husband told me, he's like, that's the size of the population of San Diego or some city. And I'm like, fuck. That's a
Wow.
lot of people looking
We got
at me
excited
shake my
when
ass.
we were excited we hit 1,000 on Twitter.
I know.
Woo! Wow.
But
To
I
get-
mean, like when you're posting half naked photos on Instagram, you're gonna get followers.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I'm just so smart and everyone loves my brain. No, they love my tits and my
so
ass
you
on
got
the beach.
you got deleted you got deleted from Instagram for your boobs?
Yeah, I mean, I would screw up, or when you start, you're like, oh, maybe half my nipple would be out, I wouldn't notice, or
But it's
something.
so-
People report stuff,
But
A
it's
big
so ass
problem-
backward because
Oh, yeah,
when
don't
Adam,
even get
when
me
Adam
started.
Levine got out there and ripped his shirt off at the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
full nipples on display,
Yeah.
nobody had a problem.
Yeah.
But you see a woman's nipple,
Yeah.
now think about it. Who's truly got the problem?
Yeah.
It's men. It's sorry, boys,
And we
but
also-
it's like
we
and
get
really
targeted-
religious white women.
We're targeted because we're porn stars. Like, in all reality, there's women that are fashion models that post naked photos with bars in front of their tits. They don't get deleted.
Right.
But God forbid I'm in a G-string bikini, I will get deleted.
Right, because their husbands are following you, and then they.
I just think I don't know.
It's
just,
still
there's
it's still
something-
the religious. It's still this country.
I
Like,
also
it-
get a lot of people reporting my page because they want to then start a Danny Daniels page and scam people. So I
Really?
get a lot of that, which is a
Wow.
huge problem. So people be like, well, if I don't have a page, if it gets taken down, oh, this is my new page. And then they'll be like, send me iTunes cards.
What is it with these
I
iTunes?
don't know. It's so
It's like,
weird.
here we are talking about, like, we're trying to talk about success and inspiration, and there's this whole underworld that you have to deal with. That
I
is-
get death threats from
my
people.
God.
My
See, that's
husband
the
gets
kind of
death
stuff I
Do
threats.
you
don't
get
like this at
recognized
all.
on the street?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Yeah, we
but
wondered
those are my favorite.
We
because-
wondered if the construction workers out there were gonna notice.
Well, my
you.
favorite look I ever like. Some people stop me and they're always really nice. I love living in New York because people here just leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hey, what's up? Can I get a picture? Sure. Okay, have a good day. Like I will always
Nobody
say hi
wants
to
more
people.
than that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you're respectful and you're not like, let me fucking put my dick in your mouth. Like as long as you're like, hey, what's up? I'll be nice. Come
Right,
up to
right.
me. I don't care. But my favorite look is when there's like a guy with like his wife and family and he like is walking and he gives this turn look.
That's the meme.
Like-
That meme of the guy
yes,
with his girlfriend
yes.
looking.
And
Yes.
it's like, dude, you just gave yourself away because I don't know what you look like. Like,
Right,
what are
right.
you?
My wife listens to this show, but I'm gonna totally give away what I do in that situation.
no.
If I were to like be with her, like whoever or a group of people, and I see you, and I like turn around, and if she were to say like what, I'll be like, "Are we on the right street? What is?
That's a
oh,
good
there we
one.
are. There we are. Sorry, I got a little confused. So
Especially in New
anyway,
York,
what was
that's
it?
good.
Wait, let's talk about your other things because we want to jump into our game soon.
Okay.
So talk to us about your painting and your
So,
fashion.
So I moved to New York 3 years ago. I stopped shooting. I only shoot for myself for my website with Model Centro and my Fan Centro. And now I can do all these other projects, which is great. So I have my TV show on Amazon, Dinner with Dani. You can watch it at dinnerwithdani.com. It's me and a bunch of porn stars and a comedian or just an extra guest, an artist, whatever. We love having comedians on because it's just so much funnier.
Josh is over there.
I know. It's like, hey, me. We're getting ready to shoot season 2, and it's a riot. It's like one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Cool.
Where do you film that?
In New York.
No, in a
a
restaurant.
studio?
In a
or
restaurant, in studios. We
Cool.
got in season 2. We want to use like more restaurants because it was.
And you're just sitting around the table having dinner.
have dinner,
You
talk, tell
about the
stories,
food,
yep.
and then you talk about the industry, or is it just what's going on in the world? or
Yeah,
what
I
is-
mean, like comedians will ask questions, guests will ask questions, like we'll just talk. It all started because I would go out to dinner with my friends who were in the industry. We'd be like, "Yeah,
Right.
how was your anal scene?" "Oh God, it was rough, yeah, but I got all 12 inches in."
Oh, jeez.
And like
gosh.
the table next to us would all turn around because we wouldn't realize like this is our job. This is the
Is that like
conversation.
is that like an accomplishment? Like you got 12? Good
Yes!
for you.
Oh,
You got 12.
There's certain guys in the industry that are like trophies if you can take them.
Oh my god.
Like 100%.
Awesome.
Wow. I want to help produce this show. This is an interesting conversation.
Yeah, you got it's
12,
really
12 inches for me would be half of my body.
No, it's like your forearm
Oh,
but
okay.
without your hands.
Let's get that. Where is
That
it?
exists in
the
how
world.
much? It's your
God.
forearm without your
I
hands.
would
so
be,
it's like
I
this.
don't know, the girth
All right.
too. We're not even talking
Yeah,
about
the girth
Right.
is
that.
this,
Like,
yeah.
Can we focus on the career, please?
She's the one that keeps going off track with
Yeah,
these.
so watch my TV show, Dinner with Dani.
And that's on Amazon, and it's on
on
Amazon
Amazon.
Prime. So you're doing a second season of that.
I'm doing
But I
second
also saw
season.
something that said you it might be on different platforms.
Yeah,
as
you
well?
can watch it at dinwithdanny.com, and there's a bunch of different platforms where you can watch it.
That's cool.
And then
who came up with that idea? Was that your idea?
Yeah, it was me and my husband because like I said, we were having dinner and we were like, this would be a great TV show.
Awesome.
So
and you went to them. Great.
I have my fashion line, shopddbox.com.
What is that?
So it's like really inappropriate clothing. That's hilarious.
Isn't it removed
and
to
I have
fuck?
yeah.
That's
I
right.
just
Oh, that's the
launched-
brand name, right? Is that like the
No. So I just launched Remove to Fuck sweatpants and underwear.
Oh, okay.
I have coffee on there. I have barbecue sauce, spice rubs, wet and sloppy and rub and tug. I love dad jokes. I have.
So do I.
See, I don't
so
think
do I.
I couldn't wear that
Give me a-
around my 10-year-old.
Can you give me a dad joke?
No, but I have shirts that you wear. That I have a pocket shirt that when you pull down it says "wanna fuck," so no one knows you're
okay.
wearing it until you want to tell them.
Do they all have some kind of reveal like that?
In
Or-
some way, shape, or form, yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So and you get a lot of how much business is going through that?
It's been very good.
Really?
Yeah, it's been good. Enough to keep doing it for a few years now. So
Did these things happen like they just happened? Someone came to you, or
the
does your
fashion
mind?
line started because I wanted to do a shirt.
Right.
I got a lot of requests for a shirt, and I made a bunch of them. I put them on the internet, and they sold out in like an hour. And I was
Wow.
like, oh, I guess I should be
But
doing
you know what?
this.
Look at your social following. Like that is
Yeah.
the benefit.
Yeah.
You put that stuff out there. You have so many people following you,
Yeah, I'm
and they
thankful.
obviously really like you.
And my fan base is so great. I'm so thankful for all my fans because they are just super supportive. And, some people have followers that don't really do anything. Like, my fans are, like, in it to win
Right.
it. And I'm like, I'm very
Well,
thankful.
again, I mean, look, you're very real. You come off very real. I mean, I if I didn't recognize you, I wouldn't know from who that you were.
Mm-hmm.
You're not like sometimes like you've been in the airport and you see someone, you're like, that's a porn star
Yeah.
right over there.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you
There's-
have this like realness that comes along. You obviously have like your Instagram is not like over the top like I said before, so it's like sexy.
Mm-hmm. I didn't
but
want
it's
someone
not.
to be following me and then be in a public space and be like, oh, and then have to
Yeah.
hide it.
Right, right.
That's what my Twitter's for. If you're on my Twitter, that is the
Right.
Wild West. Enjoy that.
Wait, Twitter though, you can do stuff on Twitter.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
I
But
guess
then
I
there's
didn't
the
know
sex
A lot more
aspect,
than
which
Instagram.
engages those followers, so that people feel like they have this like personal connection to
That's
you.
what's so great about Fan Centro is that, I have a platform now that I can show all of that
Right.
and not worry about getting deleted, knowing that my fan base is my fan base. I'm not going to get a bunch of hate mail,
I have a question. Do you have anything as an adult film star that you feel sets you apart from the other performers out there, or brand-wise? Like, is there a
I
brand?
don't take myself seriously. People say I'm funny, and I just don't give a fuck, and I show my life. I have nothing to hide. Like, I show my life. I show my house. I show my dogs, my husband.
Right, and that's what they say actually is that you show whatever professional thing you're doing, but also you should have to show a percentage of your real life. That's how you gain real followers because people want to feel like they know you.
They know you, yeah.
But there's one thing I did notice though. Oh my god, I don't know if I should say this or anything like that. Can I say it? Okay, so you don't.
Oh, yeah, I have a massive bush.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
massive.
but just the top. I keep the bottom shaved.
Right, it's there.
Party up
It's
top, clean underneath.
Wow.
There. It's there.
Wow.
It looks like your beard, actually.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Can we just get that?
Oh my
Can that be the sound clip?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time picking anything from the show to promote.
Oh my! No, but it's all natural. You know what? Like I actually kind of wrote a parody song. I do that. I write parody songs.
Oh, boy.
They're usually not great, but sometimes they're really funny. And the one I wrote, you know who Steve Miller is?
Yeah.
Steve Miller Band.
Yeah, yeah.
Jet Airliner, right? So I wrote a parody song. You can totally. Do you really?
Oh my God,
You
that's
have to show them
hilarious.
this song. It's called. I rewrote the whole song.
screaming.
It's called "Big Ol' Hairy Vagina,"
Oh
right?
my God,
Big
it's-
ol' hairy vagina, right?
Oh my God.
Once you hear it, Danny, I'm telling you, you
I
will
mean-
never be able to get it
Oh,
out of your
please
head.
send that to
And the
me.
whole song is about bringing it back, like
Yeah.
bringing
I
that
get
whole
so many
thing
people
back.
that are like, I'm so glad you have a bush.
All I know is there's
five.
this part.
Bush for
That's
life.
like a natural partnership there.
Please,
I mean,
please,
that you
can
rep
can I
them?
please?
That's
Will you show it
crazy.
to them? It's my friends who hear it.
You're like the
can't
guy on the
stop
street. Do you want to listen to my mixtape?
He's in my studio now,
Okay.
motherfuckers.
Okay. So we need to keep going.
Sorry.
Danny?
The mom is keeping us
yes.
going. Good.
So tell us about your art, and then we're going to go into this
Yes.
game.
Okay, so I do pointillism. I call it typographic pointillism, which is like a really fancy way of saying I do portraits, but instead of dots, I use lyrics and writings.
Interesting.
Oh wow! And they're on display. Some-
I've shown it in New York quite a few times, but you can see it all at KiraLeeArt.com.
oh cool.
Kira Lee. Now, that's your
Yeah.
real name. Kira Lee.
Yeah, my real name is Kira. It's not Briana or Dani or whatever. So I didn't want my art I didn't want to be like Dani Daniels does art, because art is a different part of me. Dani's a
No,
character. I
Dani
play.
Daniels does it all.
Well, that's what we were saying, is that you've created the character of Dani, and then
Yeah.
it's part of you, but it's not all of
Yeah,
you.
it's
No,
not
it's
all
part
of
of
me.
your
And I
brand.
didn't. My art is so different, and it's not sexual in any way. So I didn't want to combine it. So
Now, I've seen some of it on your Instagram at Kira Lee, right? And it seems
Kira Lee
like
Art.
Kira Lee
Yeah.
Art, sorry. And
okay.
you have pictures of some famous people, like the album cover from Queen, right? Did you have to get permission to do that?
No parody law.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's really good.
Wow.
It's really
Yeah,
great.
art's this amazing thing. You can paint whenever you want. You have the freedom to. I mean, I actually know who shot that photo because he's doing a Mick Rock is actually. I'm doing 5 different coffee table books with 5 different photographers, and he's one. And so I was like, hey, I painted the Queen. Are you cool with that? He's like, yeah, but if you show it, let me know.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Wow.
great.
So yeah, so
well, and
So
they
just
have
talk-
such
Doing
a
a lot.
resurgence right,
Talk
right now.
business-wise real quick. So when along the journey here were you like, this is something I'm going to start doing more hardcore? Was it something you were always painting and just not showing? Or when did you kind of start doing it more?
I was painting, and I would hide them all in my closet because I don't know, like art is so tough to show because it's such a, I mean, yeah, it's ironic because I literally bang on camera for the world to see, but art is so personal to me, so showing it took a long time. And actually one of my ex-boyfriends saw it when we were moving in together. He's like, whose art is that? I'm
Yeah.
like, it's mine. He's like, you should do that all the time. So
That's
kinda-
encouraging. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Do you have these moments along your journey where, I don't know, you're just kind of like, is this what I want to be doing?
Yes.
Is this...
That
Talk a little
moving
bit
to
about
New
that.
York was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire
Why?
life. Because when I was in LA, I was shooting all the time for all these companies, and it's great because, you know, you have money coming in, you're getting a check, but we don't get royalties.
Right.
So, you know, you get a check, you get paid, that's it. If they sell my movie 100,000 times, I'm not getting another cent.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, God, I wanted something, you know, that is, there was a cap. If I'm
Right.
working 30 days a month, I'm only going to make a certain amount of money.
Right.
And so
It's a day rate?
it's a day rate,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And so when I met my husband, when we were friends, I said, you know, I just really want to pursue art, and I really want to just do my website with Model Centro and just see if it'll work. And he's like, move to New York. Okay. So I stopped shooting for other companies. I moved to New York.
What was that decision like? I mean, it was
It
your bread and butter
was
up until that point.
the most frightening thing I've ever done. And living in New York is so much more expensive.
Sure.
So it was.
But
it
there's
was-
no place like it.
There isn't.
I mean,
I always say
I-
New York is my home.
It
Like
is.
I grew up in California, but New York is my
How
home.
long you been here?
3 years.
So to me, I always say, people, when you hear 3 years, you're not a
No,
nationality
you're not
anymore.
a New Yorker,
You're a New Yorker
until you see someone take a shit in the street. And I
Yeah.
did, and I am a motherfucking New Yorker.
All right. We have to move on.
All right. Can I ask one
Okay.
more question before we move on?
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, did you have, besides your boyfriend, who's now your husband, at the time, who was your best
At
friend?
the time, he wasn't my
Right,
boyfriend,
he was your
but
best
yeah.
friend. Was there? I mean, that's a struggle I have all the time. I have a family here. All my family is here. Do I move to LA? There's more comedy parts in LA.
What makes you happy?
Well, my family makes me happy, and my
makes-
connection. My point being is that, like, I have such a. I want to so go out there, but I don't think I can. I don't think I could do it. And what kind of support did you have besides him that brought you out there?
I wouldn't
Out-
really
out
say
here?
it was the support that made me do it. It was the fact that at the end of the day, like, are you going to look back 10 years from now? God, I wish I moved. I wish I tried. I wish I did it for a year. And if it sucks, you move back. Like, and that's where I was. I was in a state, you know, where I was at that peak where I was like, if I do it, I got to do it now. And worst case scenario, if it sucked, I could have moved back to LA and kept shooting, but it didn't. I mean, I'm thankful for Model Centro and Fan Centro because that's the reason I have all these other projects, and everything just took off like a bat out of hell. And like, if I didn't do that, I would still be shooting in LA
And wondering.
So
Yes.
don't hesitate.
No,
is what
do
you're
it.
saying.
If you're at a job that you hate, do it. Do what makes you happy. You know, sucking dick in my PJs makes me happy.
Wow. I would never, ever say that, but good for you.
No, but that's
So
the
did
point.
you-
Lesson learned.
But
is
it
that
is. It's
don't
like,
hesitate.
if you want to
do
move
what
to LA
makes
and
you
try
happy.
it, move to LA and try it. And, you know, like, if
Yeah.
you don't like it, then move back. But at least you know.
Where did you live in LA?
Everywhere. But at the end, I lived in Topanga Canyon, like, with the hippies, because I was, like, hiding.
Oh, that's funny. All right. So
All right,
we're
we
going to
did
go
it.
to our game.
Good,
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, go. Game it.
All right. This is where it gets really Josh and I. Anyway, the game is painting or porn.
Okay.
Painting or
So
porn?
because
Oh, boy.
you are professional at both of those, so I have come up with names of paintings and porns.
Okay.
And you have to
Are
tell.
they both real paintings and porns?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to
so
tell
you
us-
have to tell us which.
Okay.
It's a
We're
painting
going to
or
start
porn?
out easy, all right?
Okay.
The Scream.
That's a painting.
Porn.
But that's
That's Danny-
a good.
Right?
That's Dani Daniels. She
Yeah.
does scream.
Okay.
That's scream. No. All right.
Christina's World.
Oh. I'm gonna go with porn because I think one of those actually exists.
It might, but this one is Andrew Wyeth has a painting of
okay.
Christina's World. Parisian Pleasure.
Porn.
I like this one. The Large Bathers.
Painting.
Cezanne. I just wanted to say his name. Erotique.
Painting.
No, film.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a painting called that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But
can't, I
yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah.
guarantee that. Trinity.
St. Clair. Porn.
Yep. And finally, The Kiss.
Painting.
Yes.
What about there's
Well
one
done.
called The Penis?
Well done.
Have you heard of The Penis?
Yes.
It's a
Also
porn.
painting.
Oh, really? I was going to say porn. What's the one that was always on TV on like cable back before like porn? was
Robin
everywhere?
Bird?
Oh, Robin Bird, but no, like it was like Mad. It was like a French one. What was her name? You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
Did you ask him because he's old?
Yeah, because I feel like
Josh is old too.
we
We're all
connect on the
old.
same
The
age.
mixtape, they're
Can
bonding
I just
now.
say one thing real quick? I have a porn connection for myself as
Oh,
well.
no. Did you
I
do one?
Well, no. But what I did was I did a short film where I played a Hasidic rabbi with the big beard and the whole nine. Wait, this gets better, right? And we put it out on the internet. Nothing happened with it. We had a little screening of it, yada yada yada. A couple years later, a friend of mine who worked on the film was like, "You're never gonna fucking believe this." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I was doing random searches of like the images from the film, and he did you can search the
Yeah.
image title,
Yeah.
and my face as a Hasidic rabbi, right, is on an Iranian porn site advertising like Jewish porn
Oh.
on
Wow.
Arabic
There is
all
something
over.
for everyone.
I'm
Wow.
officially a porn star
Wow.
in
Amazing.
Iran.
That-
Who wants
you-
an autograph?
you can now
Now
upgrade-
you should make a fan centro.
Well, and also
in
you're-
in the
in
outfit.
Iran, I'll be taking oil money.
And you're
It'll be great.
international. And you're international. All right, last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, doing whatever makes me happy.
I like that.
Whether,
Well, and you've got
you
a lot of balls
everything
in
I'm
the
doing
air.
right now makes me really happy. So probably doing
Give
something
us,
similar.
Give us one last bit of inspiration to our listeners out there. What something you learned along the way?
Always do what you love. Don't live your life based on other people's opinions. And at the end of the day, don't look back wishing you did something and you didn't do it.
Great.
And let me ask
And also
you,
don't hurt anybody. So
Don't
do
hurt
whatever you want, but don't hurt anybody.
Danny, do you want to have children?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No,
No.
not
No.
your thing. Interesting.
No.
Yeah, oh, you don't. So interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Are you going to live out here for the rest of your life, you think? Or
New
California
York?
calling again?
I would maybe live part-time in London, but I will always
I love
live in
London
New York.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New York is my home.
Vic, are you a New Yorker?
I love New York.
You are, so that
You're
makes
gonna have
sense
to
too.
pull him out in a box. There's no way he's leaving.
Oh, that's
Really?
funny. All right, give us give your social handles.
My Instagram is aka Dani Daniels. My art Instagram is Curly Art. My Snapchat is sucking all the D.
Sucking all the D.
My Twitter
I don't
is-
reciprocate is mine.
Please, I'm begging. Is mine.
My Twitter is aka Dani Daniels and Curly Art.
AKA. What she's saying is AKA.
AKA,
Danny.
like
And
also known as.
Also known as. And Dani Daniels, DANI is how
Yes.
Danny is spelled.
Yes.
.com.
Mm-hmm.
And the shop one, what is that one?
There's DaniDaniels.com, DailyBush.com, which is my fan centro. And my art is CaroleeArt.com. My TV show is DinnerWithDanny.com. And my clothing is ShopDDBox.com.
I don't think we need to do any more episodes. I'm pretty much done after this. My
shot
dreams
your
have come
load.
true. Load has been shot.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. You really are so sweet and
Thanks.
so
Such a
fun.
pleasure.
Such a pleasure.
Oh my God, we had so much
Thank
fun
you.
with you. Thank you for
Great
being
conversation.
here.
Thanks for having
with us.
me. I'll
Thanks
come
for
back
inspiring our
anytime.
guests.
All right.
And wait, who are we? Who are you?
Who are you?
Brihaas1 on Instagram.
I'm Josh Hyman. That's my last name for real. What the fuck?
At jobsblowpodcast.com.
At Mr. Josh Hyman, jobsblowpodcast.com. Hey, people, we've had some emails now. It's starting to come through of people suggesting other guests that they think would be good, inspirational guests. Please keep doing that. Rate us, review us, subscribe. Just all of that stuff really helps us. Follow Danny and follow us online as well. We thank you so much,
Thank you,
everybody.
Danny.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bye.
Oh, big old hairy vagina.